Hello and welcome to the show. My name's Solid Ink.
And then my name is Vega. Okay,
And
so
you're just gonna again are we gonna do this every time? You're not gonna let me end. This is the torn page. Do I have to do that prior to you now?
yeah.
You're terrible.
When
Like,
I,
yeah, I thought
welcome to
we
the
were.
torn page. This is Solid Ink,
So you just steal my lines too.
and this is Mike Vega. Man, what else do you want us to say anymore? Or be like, okay, man, welcome to the magical land of Narnia. What?
That didn't work. Are you? You know what? Let's just get on with the show because I'm like woefully upset now.
Oh yeah.
Woefully upset.
Oh yeah. So then, okay, man, once upon a time when before we lived up to these standards.
These standards. I'm
These
pretty sure that
standards.
light is blaring right now.
This standard, and maybe even this standard, which is like phenomenal, by the way.
You didn't even read it yet.
No, that one, no. Just in terms of artwork, the artwork has clearly come a long way. But some of my favorite stories have. He's about to kill me.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting for him to say it so I can lynch him a new one. That's why. Go ahead, Vega. Go ahead.
Crappy artwork. Okay, cool.
Crappy artwork.
Okay, cool.
No.
No, realistically, I said shitty artwork, but then I would tone it down to be crappy artwork.
So let me get it straight. You said you go from realistically shitty artwork, but now you're going to crappy. How does that even make it remotely better? No, go ahead. The floor. This is the Vega show today because I am not having this right now. People are going to lynch. There's no such thing.
Okay, cool. Block his head now.
First and foremost, there's no such thing as crappy artwork. All right, it's a phase. It's a phase.
It's all you know.
Or at best, evolution of one's work.
It's all just very. The art suits the story, but then like you can see that like early in like a lot of your like favorite mini creators, mini careers, that everything has always. That they have clearly improved.
Yeah,
So then, like when you go back to like reading, you anything like Ryan Kelly has like ever drawn on, you realize that like okay, now he's great. Before, you're like this is really the same guy.
Now he's great.
Local is is like a great example of that. I was also reading what you call it what's that story The Couriers. The Couriers and how crappy that artwork is, but I still love it because it's a good story, or with like substandard art.
Substandard art. Okay.
I'm getting fired.
First and foremost, let's get substandard art. First and foremost, evolution of one skill takes time, especially if, like you said, the art suits the story. Then why does it matter? I'm asking a legitimate question. If let's for example, if my work was that damn shitty, would I be a little bit more self-conscious about doing a comic book? Sure. Would I be a little bit more self-conscious about putting out more work? Sure. But they took a risk, no matter how substandard their art was, to give you a great story. Which, by the way, like you said, suits the story.
Yes, and then like I do say that like it did like actually suit like the story. But then, okay, art techniques from like then, from like early 2000s to like current 2017 has like came a long way. Where new techniques were developed, programs were learned how to use and incorporate it into their artwork. Even though Marvel and DC tend to be archaic with certain things. So, yeah. No. Talk about super old school way.
What's super old school way? Okay, first and foremost,
Their lettering.
When it comes to the technique,
The comic boards.
I think since the evolution, and that, I'm probably going to use that word a lot with this video, thanks to your ass.
Yeah.
When it comes to the evolution of one's techniques, and I guess the business overall, I wouldn't say this to say, but with it being so broad, so many different styles have now come up. Because you can easily get someone to do what any Marvel artist can do and just draw it out. Or you can have some style to it.
Oh, yeah.
And most, in some many respects, in my opinion, anybody who's trying to be an illustrator now, compared to, say, 5-10 years ago, have more style and more, I wouldn't say technique, but more individual style when it comes to telling a story, whether it be graphic, novel, or just comic books in general. is it's different. There's a wide variety. I was just at the comic book store Wednesday, and when I can sit there and tell you that there are so many comic companies propping up now. It's ridiculous, and it's a good feeling to see because now there's a wider variety. I'm not just into superhero comics. I'm into this type of comic, or I'm into Saga.
Comic bust of the 90s.
We're not. That's not going to happen again because let's be honest. The comic books of the 90s happened because of variant covers coming out and the death of Superman and that whole thing kind of happening. So with that being said, that won't happen again. That's different. This is now. If there was a comic bust, it's because comics are now being thrown in our face consistently. But that's in movie form. You're talking about shitty art. Or in your case, shitty art. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What was the word you used? The term you used? Crappy art?
Substandard art.
Yeah.
Substandard.
I love how his words are now being elevated. It went from shitty to crappy to now it's substandard.
Well, like, okay.
At least you're being elegant about it, though.
Okay, cool. As long as you are always constantly reading DC's lineup, reading Marvel, you will always see that, like, that their art will forever be at point. And I swear to God, the Sour Patch thing will, like, replace you on this podcast.
It will taste better. I can assure you. Wait, that didn't help.
It probably will taste better. Okay, cool. But
Io. But listen, you're right. Their art is always going to. They have certain standards they like to keep. They have a certain style that they like to keep. But it's starting to. You can tell the scene is starting to change.
Oh yeah. So then, okay, like the question goes back into why put out work if you have like if you think all of your work is like substandard. And then we will both argue that like it suits the story.
And not even suits the story. It's to get better in general. Like there was a point, Mike, whether you know it or not, Solid used to suck. I used to be terrible. Well, according to some people, and then according to others, I didn't suck. But as I grew up and as time went on, I realized I didn't suck. I just had growing pains. Some parts of my skills I didn't like, some of my style I didn't like, and I changed it over time to suit what I liked. Ultimately, I do my art because I like it.
Yeah.
I'm not a great painter, and I still do it. See? Even your phone agrees. Thank you, phone. And I do like iPhones. That's a smart-ass iPhone. You did a good job.
You know what that means?
No, I'm not getting one. Oh, sorry. That was so abrupt.
It means you just made the list.
Oh, my God. First and foremost.
Minna, you just made the list.
You're just mad at the fact that I wouldn't say some of the best stories. Some very unique stories out there have been told with, in your case, substandard art. But it fit the story in many respects. I love The Long Halloween, but I didn't necessarily like the art for it. But I didn't think it was substandard when DC wrote it.
I like Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, and you could tell just how that whole story played out over 6 issues a year.
Yeah.
6 getting 1 issue a year. Like you could tell that story was meant for that art style.
Yeah.
He built it for that.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it was subpar. I mean, it was a little goofy. It reminded me a little bit of a One Piece feel, but
yeah,
it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Oh yeah, and then like since you brought up One Piece,
oh shit,
okay, if you ever read Naruto issue 1, Naruto issue, let's say 7, let's say
the early years as I call it.
Let's say okay, the first volume. Let's go back to volume 1 of like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. And then look at what they all ended with. Okay, clearly that they got better with time. Clearly that everything... But then I would say that, that's a great way to track an artist's growth.
Okay,
Growth, but then, I will say that, One Piece had a very cartoony feel.
It's still cartoony.
Naruto at the beginning felt very busy. Thank you, phone.
Damn it, phone! You're not helping. You're supposed to be on my side.
Bleach was very blocky. A little bit.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Originally, it was kind of like watching shapes move.
Buster Sword.
Yeah.
Very
kind of blocky, but that doesn't mean it was terrible.
Very Final Fantasy inspired.
Yeah.
Samurai Final Fantasy inspired.
Yeah.
But then
can't even disagree with that one.
When I look at what it ended with, amazing artwork, everything fluid, and then they grew into a style with American comics. You have individual projects that you can't track an artist's growth unless you follow their careers in depth. I will say that artists do standalone pieces that they unfortunately judged on. Be like, hey, if you like a writer, obviously okay, let's say that they have one shots. I know Brian Wood had a one shot of Supernatural. And then if you go to read DMZ, you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a different way of tracking.
If you read Massive,
or even just the Western style in general, it's a different way of trying to track one's growth in the business compared to Eastern style, where you're on that piece for however long that you either want to keep it open or when you decide to find an ending to it, whatever the case is. You're definitely right about that. When it comes to American, I guess the Western style, you're jumping from one day you could be working on one comic that's underground, and the next you could be working a big movie title.
Yeah.
And it's hard to keep pace in terms of how far you've evolved as an artist or a writer or just in that business in general to a degree where it's like you could kind of be all over the place.
But then at the same time, okay, then you have a much broader portfolio to be judged on.
That's true.
And then I say again, DC has a very solid style that they pretty much standardized. And unfortunately, everyone judges on that standard. So then, when I say, crappy art, shitty style.
Yo, you gotta stop saying that. Stop. I'm telling you right now.
What it really comes down to is does a style suit the story?
Most times, yes.
Most times it does. Sometimes it don't.
I mean, there are rare moments where it doesn't.
But then still, I bring up this entire an argument as the heel in this one because let's say you just getting started. Don't worry about it. You got your foot in the door. Pump out the work that suits the story.
That's it.
Yeah.
Or not even suits the story. Just pump out the work. Don't listen to this fool. He doesn't know what he's talking about. When was the last time he drew? He was in kindergarten. Don't listen to him. He's still drawing stick figures. Piece of shit. I'm sorry.
3 years of design school, and then that's what you're gonna give me?
Yep.
I'm gonna upgrade. I'm hungry.
Look at you.
I'm hungry.
You're causing a mess.
Replace.
You're causing a whole mess.
Replace
all
now.
in the studio. See, this is what happens when you agitate Mike. And
I've replaced him with I'm in a Black Forest, and then Eminem.
We should be sending a positive message though. Ultimately, when you think about it, you're sending a positive message to no matter what your style is. And no, to be fair, you're right. Some people are gonna judge based on how you perform.
Yeah. But then as long as you're always doing consistent work.
Yeah.
Consistent good quality work that suits whatever project you were working on. Because it pays to be very versatile.
Exactly.
Versatile. Regardless how I might read anything Ryan Kelly draws, as opposed to what he used to do. I'm a fan when
you're never gonna get over that.
No,
you're never gonna get over that.
I don't, man, because he came a phenomenal way. I'm talking about that, he went from an American animation style.
Yeah.
To DC level working
well, we should not say that either. Here's why. Because with that being said, that's like saying they could not get it. They can't perform. They can't even get a job at that level without performing DC level work level.
No.
That's a cold-hearted thing to say, man.
Oh, man, but then okay.
But it's kind of true in many respects, though.
It just shows the range he came from.
Oh yeah.
And the range he could transition back and forth to. too, because like that there are like different styles. Again, in different styles suit like different projects. It is ultimately whatever the writer wants.
Or who they get teamed up with.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's not even what they want sometimes. That's where they get teamed up
men
with.
from like letterers, men are from like inkers, like letterers. It's an entire process. Like colorists, it takes a lot to like develop a style. So then
that's what I want to do. I want to be an inker.
Don't like worry about it. Just like keep on pushing out work. As long as it's great, consistent quality. Go have a blast, enjoy. You will be judged on it. Don't get me wrong, but still, if you're brand new, push out work.
But
encourage it.
But definitely take that judgment with a grain of salt, simply because, like we were saying before, nowadays, with the way the industry's heading now, you can get judged on all you want and still put out a comic book, no problem, or put out whatever work you want to do, no problem. There are avenues to still garner success, no matter how your work is looked at. So take it with a grain of salt, but kind of evolve the way you want to and what really suits you in terms of this business. So.
Oh yeah. So then.
I mean, that's my 2 cents. Except for you gotta stop using the word crappy when it comes to art. Writing? Okay, big difference.
I had to play the heel version for this entire video.
Heel version, dude. You get over the Kelly incident. Get over it.
Okay.
They need to see you get over it. I need to see you get over it. How is this gonna work? You're not gonna get over it, right?
When Enzo Amore is no longer champion.
Yeah, well, good luck with that one, because he's still champion.
Relevant too.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So guys,
God, it's terrible.
Like a quick little snippet. This is Marvel Legacy issue number 1.
And we will be getting into that on our next video.
And then
you still have questions.
And we have questions, and we are also adding this to the wall.
Only because he doesn't like it.
No. It's a one shot that leaves way too many questions out in the air, and then we will review it. We will review this and then give you a detailed explanation to why it's making the wall.
All right. Well, with that being said, when it comes down to work, I do have an important segue.
Yeah.
So, Society of Illustrators doing their 60th thing. Well, pretty much you can. God, you know what? Links in the description below. But yeah, no, they're doing their contest for their book, and they're looking for people to submit their work.
Yep.
There is a category already built, and the last deadline for any work to be put in, I think, is October 23rd.
2017. Gotta include
because
the video's gonna be up for a long time, man.
Oh my god, that would be terrible, right? Yeah. I was told October 23rd of what, this year or next year? Yeah, that guy didn't really tell me. Yeah, October 23rd of this year, actually.
2017.
And it'll be released it'll be up for exhibition, depending on if they pick or choose, between the first week of January and the last week of January or something like that. And then they release their book by February. Which you'll be able to pick up and buy and show all your friends.
And then we will also be attending that. We will mark it down in our calendars. One exhibit a month.
Yeah, but there's also, but they got to know the importance as a Society of Illustrators member to enter. I think it's $25 or $20 or $25. Non-members enter with $35. It's still a nice way of helping, making sure that the Society of Illustrators, the society maintains its role as a bit of a non-profit, so they can keep putting out great works and exhibits of this kind. So I'll put the link in the description. You guys check it out for yourself. See if it's something you want to do. Kind of expose yourselves to the spotlights, because they're a great way to get started, or at least a great way to introduce yourself into a bigger world of.
Oh yeah, definitely guys. Also, Comic-Con's this weekend, guys.
Oh my god.
Yo, it's
so
right
bad
there.
I'm not going. So bad I'm not going.
I swear to God,
But it's a show now. It's become a show.
If I have Sunday off of next week, I will be making a personal appearance there. Do not, if you see me, I will ignore you.
Oh.
I will be
We're
chilling.
big web stars. How could you ignore them? Gosh. It's so terrible.
I will be going up and down in the artist alley. Just in the networking.
Take pictures for me, please. I feel so alone.
That is if they grace me with Sunday off.
I doubt it. You know what it is? I don't know what it is, but for us, they know we want to go so bad. They literally lock us down that entire weekend.
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time.
Even my family's getting to go. Can you believe that? But they're going on Sunday. So.
It's because of Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah, that too.
So then
it is.
So then when we are all kind of looking at our schedules that they blocked off for some.
No, they knew why they were doing it. Come on, man. They knew why.
Do.
That's crazy. For some weird cosmic. No.
No.
Their manager,
I know why they.
Their manager's not Galactus. Relax. All right.
I know why, but they purposely blocked this weekend, and I've been trying to finagle my way off. So I think I might have succeeded. So hopefully I'm able to go. I will know at 5:00. Pray for me, please.
Yeah, try not to, because I want to go. I want to go.
Don't pray for him.
Whatever. But that's our show.
Yep.
Right.
And then this is Torn Page, and we are signing off.
Are you still stealing my lines? That's a thing. You know what? This is Torn Page signing off.